Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to those who are new subscribers. I appreciate your joining me, and welcome to those who have already been my subscribers. Um, I'm going to go ahead and do my stats since I haven't done those for a while, probably just to remind you, or for those who are new. I am 55 years old. I am 5'5". I had VSG vertical sleeve gastrectomy and weight loss surgery in August of 2016. My high weight was 293 and my surgery weight was 273. Currently, I am around 220. Sometimes I go down to 219 or 218. Anyway, kind of stuck around there right now. And today's format will kind of explain that a little bit. And just for those who don't know or haven't been watching before, my format is to go over my personal health issues and how weight loss surgery can benefit or make a difference or not make a difference. Anyway, the impact of weight loss surgery on those health issues that pertain specifically to me and possibly others. And as I've stated before in other videos, if after I've done my health issues, which is going to take a while, I would be more than happy to research for anyone who would like to and do a video about that topic as related to weight loss surgery as well. And last week was not last week, but my last video was my first video on this format, which was on my journey with breast cancer. And I would like to actually close the book, hopefully, on breast cancer, because I have, in September, it'll be 6 years since I was diagnosed with breast cancer. So I am a survivor, and I consider that chapter finished, hopefully, other than preventative, every year getting those mammograms and staying on top of our breast health. And hopefully you'll go back and watch that and see how weight loss surgery can help with less likely diagnosis of breast cancer and actually improving your chances of survival. Also, of course, last week with the breast cancer, I celebrate, and then breast cancer month is October, and I always celebrate wearing pink every day. So I did my pink thing. But I decided with each of the health issues I'm going to cover, they all have awareness ribbon colors. And so I will actually be doing that with each of them. Today is gray. So exciting, the color. I don't have a lot of gray. It's kind of dreary, but I tried to sparse it up a little bit. Anyway, so just so you're aware, each time I will do the color of that illness as related. So today's topic is actually asthma. I was going to do diabetes because diabetes was pretty much my first comorbidity or illness that affected me so much in my lifetime. But last week I suffered a severe asthma attack again. So I've had to be put on prednisone, and you can probably hear from my voice that I don't have the best voice right now. But anyway, I decided that since that was my latest, or has been my biggest struggle at this state in my life, is my asthma, that I would go ahead and do that topic today. And so I apologize if it took me a little longer to get to videoing about that, but I was researching the diabetes. Anyway, no excuses. Here we are, finally here. Asthma and weight loss surgery as related. Again, we go back to the book of Darlene, next chapter. Remember that chapter on breast cancer is closed. So we will go to the next chapter. Also, again, last time I did fun facts, I decided to call it not necessarily fun facts because these things aren't really fun. It's actually more of myths and facts. And so today I've got a whole host of not fun facts, myths and facts about asthma. We'll go through them. I got some fun summer things going on. All right, asthma from the book of Darlene. Excuse me, my asthma. By the way, found this cup a couple days ago at Walmart for $5. Look at that big cup. Just a side note. Okay. After Darlene's story of breast cancer, things definitely started to happen. Before Darlene was diagnosed with breast cancer, she had never had asthma before in her life. Many times people will have had asthma during childhood, and it can continue into adulthood. This was not so for Darlene. After being diagnosed with breast cancer, she developed asthma. Not only was she diagnosed with asthma, but it was severe chronic asthma, which was not related to any allergies of any kind. And as the years progressed, her asthma has just continued to get worse. This is one of the main reasons Darlene had to stop working as a children's librarian. She would lose her voice, constantly be coughing, and have difficulty breathing. It's very hard to read to children when this is happening. It used to be that Darlene would get a period of time in the winter, which was always the worst for her, or 2 to 4 months. During this period of time, she would have several prescriptions of prednisone, which would help her to be able to breathe better. These were interspersed with times of having to visit the ER, and eventually getting better by spring. Now it seems it is not just a seasonal occurrence for Darlene, it's continual with no reprieve. This has been very frustrating for Darlene, as she's in the hopes that weight loss surgery might help in some way to improve her asthma. So I won't be able to close the chapter on asthma yet, like I did my breast cancer, but I'm hoping that it will improve, and I will explain some of the things that are happening to help me get there along the way. Well, I'll do them now. Well, first of all, let's do a myth. Now, like I said, some of these are all fun summer things. Here's some sugar-free lemonade. All right. And of course, gotta get I was gonna get my gray glasses. Gotta use my pink ones. Myth. Asthma symptoms are the same for everyone. Fact. Asthma can affect each person differently. One person may show several symptoms such as wheezing, tightness of chest, and fatigue, while someone else may only cough. You should know that your child, and of course a lot of times it's children that start with this, but you should know that these symptoms are so you can get help quickly. You should know these symptoms so you can get help quickly. All right, so asthma is not the same for everyone. Like I said last week, I had asthma attack come on, and that was actually sparked by, we had locally here a fire, and the smoke bothers me, whether it's cigarette smoke, fire smoke, whatever, firework smoke, they all bother me. And so the air was filled with smoke, and I'd actually gone over to the doctor's that day who was closer to the smoke, and my gosh, it got me good. So anyway, I am back on prednisone, which is not kind to me, but in other ways, but it does help me to start breathing better, and I am better than I was, believe it or not. Um, Also, the week before last, I went in for what's called a Zolar injection, which is a monthly injection that I finally qualified for. My asthma doctor did not know what else more to do to me. I am on two different inhalers, Spiriva and Advair, plus a Ventolin rescue inhaler, plus two different kinds of medicines for my nebulizer, which is a breathing machine to help you. Plus, I am on Singulair and Citrazine, which are also medications to help with allergies and breathing and stuff like that. So I am on quite a bit of medication for asthma, and of course it hasn't helped get rid of that or alleviate my symptoms much. So um, my asthma doctor sent me back to my pulmonologist. She did some more testing, and then I did get qualified for this Zolar. Um, I'm not sure how long it's supposed to take to affect you, and it's not supposed to get rid of the asthma. It is supposed to, instead of you having the highs and lows, um, it's supposed to even it out. So you're not all the way bad, not necessarily all the way better, but at an even keel so that you can function better. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Like I said, I just had the first injection, and I think it takes a little while for it to get in. You get it, I get it again next week, so I'm getting it every 3 weeks, I guess. And we'll see how that goes. I'll kind of keep you informed on that if it makes any difference for me. All right, so let's go on to some articles I found. I apologize again for my coughing and my voice. All right. Oh, let's do another fun fact because I got plenty of those. And I know this one looked like real ice cream, but you know, it's Halo Top on a sugar-free cone. All right, myth. Oh, I get those glasses. You only have asthma when you have trouble breathing. The fact is, asthma is a disease that can be very serious and hard to predict. Even without visible symptoms, there are underlying inflammation in the airways in people with asthma. Asthma does not go away when the symptoms are gone. It is important to keep your asthma in control by taking your daily controlled medicines and avoiding asthma triggers. All right, so just because I'm not having troubles breathing doesn't mean I don't have my asthma still. And I don't know if this is one of the articles, I can't remember now, but they say don't ignore your asthma symptoms because it could cause serious health issues, even death. So make sure that you know asthma is very serious thing. All right, this first article is called The Effects of Bariatric Surgery on Asthma Severity. Excess body weight increases both the risk and severity of asthma. So losing weight is actually going to be helpful. Several studies indicate that bariatric surgery decreases asthma severity. So in conclusion, of course I don't read all of these, but I'll put the links below here so that you can follow through and read them yourself. They're all very interesting. In conclusion, bariatric surgery decreases the intensity of medication required to control patients' asthma symptoms. So That's wonderful if the surgery can reduce the medication you have to take. As you know, I listed already earlier. I am on several medications. All right, fun fact. All these summer things, and yes, it's sunshiny. I don't know about where you are, but here in central Washington, we have been in the hundreds this week. Not very fun. Myth. Children often outgrow their asthma. Again, as I stated before, a lot of people start as a child getting asthma. So if I had been one of those and I was older, I would like to know if I'm going to outgrow it. Fact, asthma is a lifelong disease. A child's asthma can seem to go away or become less serious over time. When children's lungs grow, the airways expand. This sometimes causes asthma symptoms to decrease, but symptoms can return without warning, as I know from experience myself. All right, next article. Weight loss surgery may reduce asthma-related emergency department visits. This was published in June of 2015. Large and sustained weight loss might reduce asthma attacks and related healthcare utilizations, according to a study published online recently in the Journal of Allergy and Clinical Immunology. 1 to 2 years before surgery, 22% of patients had ER visits or hospitalization for asthma exacerbation. In the subsequent 12-month pre-surgery period, the risk did not materially change. By contrast, significantly fewer ER visits or hospitalizations for asthma exacerbation occurred within 12 months after bariatric surgery. The study showed that bariatric surgery was associated with decreased risks of ER visits or hospitalization for asthma exacerbation. This risk reduction persisted for at least 2 years after bariatric surgery. And we know that they say for 2 years because this was only done a couple of years ago. So hopefully that persistent reduction continues for more years than that. All right. A beach ball. How many of you got to go to the beach for the 4th of July? Not me. I had to stay in with my asthma. Oh, I'm so sorry. All right. Fact. Myth. Again, talking about children because that's how it starts. If your child has asthma, he or she should not play sports or be active, child or adult. Sports or other forms of activity are just as important for someone with asthma as they are for someone without asthma. It's important to control asthma and make sure you follow guidelines set by your doctor to take controller medications as well as taking medications before being active. They should have a current asthma action plan from their doctor to help prevent asthma attacks. So, no, we need to continue to be active, don't we? That's an important part of our weight loss surgery journeys. And having a plan of action, working with our doctors, will make life so much better. All right. Next article. Yeah, we're good. All right. This one. Weight loss surgery might reduce serious asthma flare-ups. All right, this was published in March of 2015. In obese people with asthma, weight loss surgery has been linked to a significant reduction in serious asthma flare-ups, new research suggests. So it's not clear how much weight needs to be lost to make a difference in serious asthma symptoms, or if losing greater amounts of weight was linked to an even greater reduction in asthma flare-ups. Asthma is a chronic disease caused by inflamed, narrowed airways. Symptoms of the disease include difficulty breathing, wheezing, coughing. About 25 million people in the United States have asthma. 25 million. This was a couple of years ago, maybe more, maybe less, according to the U.S. National Heart, Lung, and Lung Institute. And just so you know, this was published on Health Day News for Healthier Living and also at WebMD. So it is found online easily. The study authors noted that previous research has shown that obesity causes inflammation from chemicals called interleukins that are released from excess fat cells. Asthma has also been linked to inflammation. So excess fat cells release chemicals that causes inflammation, which is also what helps cause asthma. Obesity affects so many health variables that can influence asthma, like GERD, acid reflux, activity, exercise, and the need for additional medications for diabetes, pain, etc., said Dr. Jennifer Appleyard. It's plausible that bariatric surgery associated weight loss reversed the obesity-asthma link. So that's great to know too. All right, flip-flops. I think we're all wearing flip-flops all the time. Well, I don't like it in between the toes, so I wear sandals, but I figure that's close enough. All right, myth. Steroids used in asthma will stunt growth. Well, I would wish it would stunt my fat growth. Fact. Inhaled corticosteroids do not stop children from reaching their full height. Studies have shown that children using inhaled corticosteroids will reach normal adult height, although it may cause some delays in their growth early on. It's possible that a child who suffers from asthma symptoms regularly may experience stunted growth. This is due to the fact that a sick child will not grow at the same rate as a well child. It is important to work with your child's doctor and asthma action plan to treat your child's asthma in the best way. And I understand a lot of these about children, but like I said, most cases of asthma develop as a child and continue into adulthood. I know you're tired of hearing me say that. All right, the last article I'm going to share today is called Risk of Asthma Exacerbation Decreases After Bariatric Surgery. Asthma and obesity are important, and this is from the American Academy of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology. Asthma and obesity are important public health problems in the U.S. However, little is known about the impact of weight reduction on patients with asthma. I guess that's all I underlined on this. This also refers back to the Journal of Allergy and Clinical Immunology. But I just wanted to point out that this was another place online. Actually, it's good to have these I don't want to call them charities, but organizations that work to help get you awareness and help for the things that you need. So it's good to know those. Anyway, that's the facts for today. Oh, I got a couple more things. Sorry about that. Cherries. My cherry tree, loaded right now. So I thought that was appropriate because it's right now happening. All right. Myth. Asthma is all in your mind. Asthma is real. It takes place in the airways and lungs, not in the mind. Emotions such as stress, crying, yelling, or laughing hard can act as asthma triggers, causing already existing asthma to flare up or become worse. I know Laughing hard does cause me to start coughing. I also, if I talk a lot, as you've noticed, as I've gone on through this, I have started coughing more. It just irritates, and makes me go on more. All right, last myth or fact. Watermelon. I gotta tell you a story. For the 4th of July, I'd gotten a watermelon. We were having a barbecue, invited my son and his family over. I sliced through that watermelon to open it up, and it just gushed. Just all this fluid just flew out, and I opened it. It was all shriveled and wrinkled inside, and I just bought it the day before. It was crazy. I'd never seen anything like that. um, Good thing most of them are nice like this. Anyway, I thought that was a funny story. Myth. Steroids used in asthma are dangerous. Oh, well, I don't like them. This prednisone is heck, but I don't know if it's... Anyway, this is what the fact is. The National Institute of Health suggests inhaled corticosteroids, ICS, as the preferred treatment for persistent asthma when used at recommended doses for most patients. The benefits of ICS outweighs the risks. These steroids are not the same as the anabolic steroids some athletes use to build muscle. So there is a difference in the types of steroids, and those that can help your health are important to use. They do have side effects, and like for me, they're not fun. Um, but they do help a lot for all sorts of different things, even besides asthma. All right. Well, thank you for joining me today. Again, thank you for subscribing, and for my new subscribers, my already subscribers, and all of your support. I appreciate it so much. And I would love to hear your input on this. I'd love to hear other stories about their issues having to deal with this as well. And I hope that you stay healthy and well. All right. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.